Oh my goodness, we are kind of up here, aren't we? Hold on, let's keep it going. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, where we're still on the planet known for its hazardous whiteouts. And I have to say, that holds just as true now as it did when we first made landfall on this planet. I very much appreciate weather descriptions matching what is perceived on the surface. Visibility is difficult, but I think the truth is we need to go to a new planet. Alright. So really just a small little pit gets you out of the storm pretty significantly. Enough anyways. And then you step out and now you're in it. I think we'll do a little bit of driving with the Azure Spark, but there is not a lot of... Ah, there we go. Storm clearing. That's what I was looking for. I do like this damaged machinery. I feel like while it might not be prudent to grind them, I think this is probably the best bang for your buck as far as ease of gaining nanites because, well, specifically of the chance of getting a high-class module. And look at the spectral sort of shift on this planet. We barely got to notice it in the last episode, but there is definitely some sort of haze happening in the air that is just tinting everything. Could very easily be some sort of ammonia. Or compound with ammonia. I don't know. It's almost orange, but not. And the yellow in it is making the blues appear more green, giving some of the snow in the distance, yes, like a teal feel. Like I'm looking through an oil slick in the atmosphere almost. But part of what we can see with this planet is a distinct lack of trees. Not to say there is no flora, there are little scrubs and bushes, shrubberies. Nutrient source free radicals, yeah, likely in the atmosphere. Oh, we might have a cave here. If the natural cave system might give us a little peek into the flora of the cave system. Oh, yes. These soft little wispy blue grasses. Okay. And then you step out here and it's just an utter wasteland. I like this planet. I think on a scale of don't like to like, this definitely falls on the like side of the spectrum. It's an interesting planet. What do my challenges are? Ooh. Stop. A sentinel is like, hey you. But my challenges are, oh, the sunset. Is that it's not the coolest frozen planet that I've seen. In just my humble opinion, I do like whatever this effect is that's in the atmosphere. And it makes everything feel, I don't know, different for sure. Like there's something going on. Like there's a greater mystery to this planet. I think the truth is, however, that what I would like is for each new day, each new episode or journey, in our journey, I would like it to be sort of with a new featured planet. And so to that end, I think that we should not loiter here on this planet for long.
Extreme night temperature detected.
The sunset absolutely changes the feel of this planet. Though, there, look at the multispectral sort of right, like, I don't know. There's something about these colors. Something.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, it definitely feels colder at night. Oh my goodness. Look at the change. And so this kind of brings up a point that I'm at here where I feel like in order to fully appreciate a planet, like in order to properly assess everything that a planet has to offer, its day side, its night side, its sunrise, its sunset, its flora, its fauna, water, natural phenomena, I feel like we have to spend more time on each planet. I know that that's tough. There are so many out there and each one is different. But I think really, if we want this journey to go the distance, if we really want to explore the system in earnest, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This sort of... And it's coming out of the frozen tubers. Interesting. We have to spend more time on each planet. Look at this. This is some sort of meteorite impact? Comet? Some sort of celestial body made of ice. It formed a little crater that's obviously eroded. It's been here for a while. No, I think what as much as I want to stay here, we have to depart and we have to start new. What we need is a new planet every day, and then we need to make sure we give the new planet its due. Like, we need to stay with it. Not be in a rush, right? I think that's the important part. Is we can no longer rush to just get from one to another to another. Arctic planet with ancient bones, that's fun. Let's find another planet. Is this a planet with a, this one has a moon. This one does have a moon. Alright. Then I think it's fair to say we need to go visit the moon. Ooh. Anomaly detected. Oh. Jettison storage silo. There's something about the super saturated green nature of the nebula here with this star. Ammonia? Oh. Well, we don't really need all of that, but I'll take some of it. There's our moon. Undiscovered moon. A forsaken moon. Ooh. Looks very icy with a lot of terrain variation as well. But what makes a moon forsaken? What sort of... Is it maybe it used to have an atmosphere at one point in time? The terrain's not that bad, okay? There are bumps, there are ridge lines, But truth be told, this is pretty standard as far as elevation goes. Not very steep differences. Let's land here. Oh my. Somebody told me we've got new filters. So maybe not. That one looks a little... Ooh. Right? Frost. So we have the background of the planet behind us. Maybe like that. That's fun. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm thinking something like this, perhaps. No, I think the real shot, even though it's incredibly like lens flare and whatever, is shot of the sun. Weather is clear. Yeah, I would say there's really not much of an atmosphere here. Stars setting behind the mountain. Look at how much ocean there is on the planet we just left. How did I not realize that? That seems pretty extreme. Like, that's a lot of ocean. Well, we know that this is an evacuated star system. It does feel rather desolate. Look at this! They cut right through the mountain here. This is some form of... Yep, and there it is over there on the other side. Some form of life form, maybe? Once upon a time when the planet used to have life forms. Let's see if we go in here. Oh, yeah. So this is insulated from the lack of atmosphere and the obvious radiation that's cooking the surface, despite all the ice and snow. I'm not getting any fauna readings, but flora has survived down in here. Alright, I think it's time we made our own little escape hatch here. Whoa, whoa! There's your picture right there. No filter. Hashtag no filter for this one. Oof, no, I sit corrected. It's all about getting that air. I don't know why I like these shots with the exocraft just up and about. Maybe with the that's a little backlit. Yeah, that's okay. Still going. Still gaining that altitude. Don't stop. It's almost like we could, what, reach orbit? Could we? Oh my gosh, are we going to do that? Is that a thing? Are we gonna leave the orbit? Oh my goodness, hold on to your butts here. We've got to try this. Okay. We're really high in the air now. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Obviously we just need to land. Oh, hold on a second. That's fun now. We have a new sport. what we need is a grand gesture. So we've got hopefully some gravity over there we can get a hold of. Yeah, this is a thing. I'd like to search for alien structures. None found. Okay, then I don't feel bad about just... Let's do this. This is... Hold on, now if we just aim up, right, and we keep boosting in this direction. I don't want to look down necessarily. Hold on. I'm a little intimidated by what's going to happen. Oh my goodness, we are kind of up here, aren't we? Oh, hold on, let's keep it going. Oh yeah, we're gonna run out of exocraft fuel. We're literally circumnavigating this moon. We are too. We're basically in a low, or like a really low orbit to this moon without an atmosphere. Look, we've totally changed our perspective on... Okay, hold on. How far are we actually from our exocraft? Because that looks kind of far. 35 minutes by foot? What? Okay, hold on. We haven't been... That's a little... It's a little out there. I can't even look up at the identifier. No, what we need is the faster exocraft. That's right. We need the Pilgrim, and we need something really steep to get a solid launch off of, right? So we need something like... But then we can't boost in the air. I think that's okay. I think what we do is... Oh, look at these. Some sort of mineral. A mollusk habitat. Yeah, maybe once upon a time. Rusted metal. I'm good with my rusted metal, thank you. We need it to be nice and steep, right? Like, we need to really catch some air. And then maybe get the upper part out of here. So we're just sort of launching right at the planet, and then let's give ourselves a bit of a running start. Gosh, I don't even know how I feel about my own idea, but I think we have to try, right? You're not gonna let me summon it down here? Well, I've got news for you. Whoa. We might be able to achieve orbit with our jetpack. Hold the phone. Yes. Okay, I don't know if this is going to give us what we're aiming for. But there's only one way to find out, right? No. Okay, so obviously the Azure Spark has properties that the Pilgrim does not have. Have we circled back around? Are we in daylight once again? Where's the star? Look, and this moon has a similar property. Whatever... This moon is somehow related to the fate of the planet. Alright, maybe we just need to see how far our jetpack can take us. There's the sun breaking the horizon like that. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't, that wasn't nearly as good as the Azure Spark. Let's try that again. I think with enough thrust, you could circumnavigate this moon in very short order. The terrain has changed a little bit over here. Alright, so maybe we just keep going until we find like a mountain or a ramp or something to use as a ramp. Here we go. This looks pretty good over here. Whoa! Look, I barely gave it anything, and we're airborne now at this time. And then we're gaining altitude, like... Okay. Now if we get out... Oh, whoops! Oh no! Well, that seems fun. And we've done, like, no flora documentation, no mineral documentation. We're just trying to achieve low orbit with our exocraft. Another mollusk habitat. Huh. I wonder if this visual effect is in more than just this one planet and moon. It stands to reason that the moon and the planet would share similarities, especially if this moon was born from a planet-sized collision. Similar to the moon of Earth, but I'm... Without a larger sample size, we have no way of really knowing. And then just like that, yeah, we lost the sun again due to... Yep. Due to the planet. Very uneven heating on this moon. Seems like it would have drastic weather if only it had an atmosphere to support moisture. I think that's probably enough, really. We were just talking about giving planets their fair shake, and moons are included in that list. However, a moon like this, with no fauna, no structures, and... I mean, dead planets and moons, those are really sort of anomalies to that structure. We give them our fair shake, and then they're pretty much over fairly quickly. I think if we just depart, we'll quickly see there are 3 other planets and another moon in this system that probably deserve some love. That, however, is an amazing shot. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's... Right, there's our moon. As we go around this planet, this moon is sort of hanging out here on its own. Alright, and then we'll cut up. Here we are. We have our options. Acrid planet. A space station that we know is abandoned, so not a very high priority. Planetary anomaly with activated indium. Oh, fun. Its moon. Which we can start heading this way. We know the moon to be... Okay, we're not going to get a good scan on the moon then. We have this unknown planet as well. A webbed planet. That might be a good one to go to next. An abandoned moon. Well, that one's desert, also with activated indium. I dare say we go to the webbed planet next, and my reasoning is, besides dead planets, if there's any planet that doesn't need a lot of time to really give it a fair exploration, it's going to be a standard anomaly planet with a boundary separation failure. So I think that since we're already sort of halfway through the time we're going to allot for exploration today, that we go and we visit this planet. I'm inclined to move all of my bases, save for the Thringstein Expanse and maybe the activated indium farm and the rust, and but I'm inclined to go back and delete all my other bases, all my anomalous bases and everything, and just relocate here to the Thringstein conflagration. Just so there's a massive network of bases and outposts in this area. I think that's important, to have a footprint here. It's a very gray-looking planet. Indium, gold, magnetized ferrite, and... oh, alien melody! I will have some of those, please. Neural assembly node. You don't say. Terms I can accept. Launch cost reduction and automatic recharging. Fun times. I think we want the dayside planet to start. Really? This is an evacuated system and you're gonna hostile scan me? Come on. I don't think you're gonna get my pool cleaning supplies. Not today. Okay. Pretty low amount of moisture in the atmosphere. I'm detecting some anomalous activity. The terrain is a little non-standard down there. Some of these are quite peculiar. Some sort of ancient structures. Oh sure, yeah, this is fun. Let's put the Nightmare in Space on the deck here and see what we have. Okay, so this one doesn't seem to have some sort of spectral shift, but instead it's just kind of dusty. These are very interesting, though. That's sort of mesmerizing. The weather here is invisible mists. All creatures are discovered. I'm guessing that means no planetary fauna. None. Interesting. Let's see. What sort of... because I know we have some cable pods. Okay, we could use some more, so this is a good time to get some. I do like seeing these different sort of rocks, but then yeah, then look at that. You have these weird land formations. Well, it's true, the Atlas really is dying. Mm-hmm. But we knew that. We've known that for a time now. Again, planets like this maybe, while I respect they have more diversity than in the past, they're still sort of like a wasteland, right? I admit some of them can have a very specific feel, but I also admit some of them can seem very standard and samey. Maybe this one has differences not yet apparent. The lack of fauna is unique, although that might be more common now. We might learn more once the sun goes down. I'll take that. Thank you. The terrain is fairly smooth. Let's at least continue our planetary assessment. So we've got some very jagged, very straight, angular, man-made looking structures, and then we have these very rounded, floating anvil, like some are anvils. That one's like an anvil with the bottom missing. Ooh, a piece of candy. Whoa, hold on. Is that gold? The whole side of that is gold. That's cool. Ooh, ancient data structure. That's fun. I'm a fan of these. Because granted, on an evacuated system, we're going to be limited about the structures we can look for. But in more populated systems, I would like to do more Colossal Archive discovery. And to do that, we're going to need quite a lot of commercial planetary charts. I'll admit, it's easy to categorize a lot of these planets as similar, but there are subtle differences now aside from the terrain. And look at that terrain. It's almost like a giant piece of some kind of metal. There we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Spend a little time doing exploration, and you get your network glitch decorations all at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to get the sunrise effect, or sunset. Rather normal. Hello. That's interesting. These little lights are curious. The way they undulate and move is a little offsetting. Like, it's cool, but at the same time it gives me an uneasy feeling. Yeah, this planet just feels weird. It feels off. It's the brown dust in the air gives it sort of a dirty, dusty feeling. The jagged rocks, the jagged ravines, the floating rocks, the lack of any fauna, discernible fauna or otherwise. Here we are. We've located our monolith. I kind of accept these terms. This seems like a pretty neat little Do I want to color it with an artificial filter? I mean, maybe one just because that's what we left it at. But we should back up. We should get the whole thing, right? I'm sure there's... If we're going to use a filter, I'm sure there's a better one. But I don't even know that we should use a filter. I kind of think the default on this planet is fairly interesting. At least during sunset, it's interesting enough. I don't like having that shot in the background, though. I feel like maybe this is one where the structure stands alone. The cheese stands alone. Look at the visibility we have on those planets from down here. And is that... That is the abandoned space station. Huh. Let's warp in the Relentless. I think that's fairly important. Because I think we're going to dock with the Relentless after we depart this planet. Viking for space. And then there was space. And 3. Okay. Let's see what we can learn from the visitation of Ice Steer. Brave interloper, resist fear, do not be a coward. Okay. An ancient warrior's feet and legs slowly emerge from the bottom of the monolith. The rest of its torso then follows, unceremoniously pushed out onto the bare rock. It has been decapitated. Blood drips at my feet. High above me, a dismembered head laughs at my shock. It shouts a guttural command of encouragement. I stand brave. I hold myself still, composed. A spectral blade passes through my neck. I pass the test. Blood drips from the warrior's exposed neck, turns into a flood of nanites. The Atlas word cannot. So this is something interesting to note. The nebula and the night appears fairly dark over here. Why is that? Seems to me like when we were in orbit, this nebula was incredibly bright lime, almost electric green. Now not so much. Nope, no. There'll be no conversions. And here we are. On this wonderful terrain. Ugh. The color seems almost magenta in the light. So maybe there is some sort of spectral effect happening. I'm really not sure about what's happening. I dare say, though, this planet has had a fair shake. And it's time we went to go land on the Relentless. I think that's probably a good place to be. Looks like our fleet has fully returned from all of their journeys. Right. I think that's actually a really good place to wrap it up for this episode. Because we're going to start maybe trying to pull the timer on the episodes back a little bit. An hour might just be a little too long in some cases. At least not every time. You know, case dependent. And then, yeah, look, we get this bright green. There's definitely something going down on the surface of that planet. I think it's pretty safe to say we can name a few planets before we go, though. So, something like... no, I was trying to think of a clever play on ammonia. We could just call it Whiteout Flash. No, Whiteout Flash. That's pretty neat. And then we have the moon, which is called low orbit. That one might be a little, yeah, a little episode specific, and then this one will just be, you know, dust in the machine. Sure. We're gonna have to get more and more creative with our planet and moon names, but that's where we're gonna wrap things up for this particular episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I have had a good time playing. Of course. And until next time, take care.